Легендарная игра, легендарная серия. Так, спасибо. У нас тут начинается уже даже что-то. Да, легендарная, реально, легендарная серия, абсолютно. Я осилил только первую часть. Остальные я что-то не смог пройти.
I could not agree more. We are switching some things up, and if there's anybody that's good at switching things up on the fly, I think we're all good at that. So we're going to go ahead and do Silent Hill 4 because we want to see Five Nights at Freddy be completed. So we are here. And it's not just me. I have a very esteemed couch behind me, and I would like to let them introduce themselves right now, if they would, please.
У вас тут раннер, которого мы уже видели на интервью игру назад. Тот самый в великолепном просто костюме. Он еще и теперь в другом освещении вообще светится прям. Классно.
Unbelievable. So, I know I just ran Grand Theft Auto, but I do have horror game credentials that I think can be verified by.
Не знаю, как происходит выбор игр на Game Done Quick.
What horror game do you think is the most underrated right now? You said Fear 1, am I right?
Yep.
Guess what I did? I took the Fear 1 world record, baby. That was me.
Но да, есть, когда в прошлом году вроде был Homecoming. Вот Homecoming реально классная игра, я бы даже хотел поранить, но там некоторые проблемы есть с игрой на PC. То есть лучше иметь, конечно, Xbox для того, чтобы ранить эту игру. Но Xbox у меня нет, к сожалению.
I've actually had an AnEternalEnigma on my own GD Hoppick show, Speedruns in the Crypt. And we're definitely going to see how the twin victim hallway goes. I'll just say that much.
That's right. I've been on his GDQ show, and I died in this game. It was wonderful.
Завязка игры, да и вообще вся игра у нас происходит за паренька Генри, который живет в квартире 302.
The last time that I was able to couch for Enigma was this exact same run back in 2017.
Не в самом Silent Hill, а в городе около Silent Hill. Вообще, что-то насчет самого Silent Hill это вроде как вроде бы как он является сам город метафорой. Не то что метафорой, он является конструктом. То есть Silent Hill это не один город, насколько я понимаю. Но там вообще сложно. Я даже, честно говоря, не пытался вникнуть всю эту теорию по Silent Hill'ам. В общем, да, и квартира Генри будет спотом таким, хабом, так сказать, в который мы будем постоянно приходить и уходить оттуда. Вот, и, так сказать, мейн отличие от остальных частей, то, что у нас будет такой спот, и такое создается ощущение, что у нас игра в квартире происходит, как будто бы реально. В квартире у нас от первого лица персонаж управляется. Немножко танково, конечно, но управляется. Вот, и уже готовы стартануть. И погнали. Нет, не погнали. Опять options. Ничего себе там 4К разрешение.
Betty Ann, you're wonderful. Thank you for giving him to the world. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Shout outs from Mama Fru, yes.
She's a big fan.
Big fan. All right. So here we go. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Everybody ready out there? I don't know if
Ну, что они
I
там
don't know if I can
обсуждают?
convince them to let me run this again. So we're gonna rock this one. All right. So one thing I'd like to address real quick. I decided to go back. I decided to watch the run from GDQ in HQ 2017, and I want everybody to take a look right here. I'm looking right at you. All right. I'm not the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. I'm not going to tell
Ну,
you to reach
вообще
your hand out,
говорят,
turn it
да,
on.
что,
But I
типа,
went back and looked at
Silent
the chat.
Hill,
I
чем
saw a
дальше, тем
familiar
хуже.
refrain
Типа,
in the
вторая
chat
часть
that I'd
самая
like to address
лучшая,
right now.
там,
So we're going to get it
все
all
дела,
underway. All
но,
right.
честно говоря, мне
When
вторая
that run
часть
started, I saw a whole
показалась
bunch of
после
people in the
первой
chat say, easy mode,
ужасной,
ball,
абсолютно
easy mode,
отвратительной.
ball, easy mode, easy mode.
Собственно,
We are-
после этого я и не
Let's
стал
all get
играть
it
в
out of our
следующие
systems.
части.
This
Но
is
в
any
четвертую я
consent.
играл в
We're gonna
детстве.
play
Я
on easy mode, all
помню
right? We're beating the game as quick as
первую
possible.
кат-сцену.
You're all okay
Ну,
with
мы
easy
еще
mode,
дойдем,
right?
в общем, до нее. Ну, мы ее будем
You gotta do what
скипать.
you gotta do to
Там,
go
в общем,
fast.
кто играл,
Chat from 5.5
будет
years ago,
лицо
you
такое
just
на
gotta deal with
стене.
it.
Вот
So
эта
time's gonna
кат-сцена,
start in
конечно,
5, 4,
уф.
3, 2,
Я
1.
тогда... Ну, мне сколько тогда было лет-то? Не знаю, лет 8, наверное.
All right. That guy's excited.
Может, 10.
All right. So, Silent
И
Hill
мы
4,
наконец-то
first
стартанули.
person.
Is this the
Мы
room?
This
заспаунились,
is the room.
так сказать,
It's very
в
dirty.
доме.
Somebody did not clean it.
И
I
идем
don't
к
know
этому
anything
лицу.
about this game.
That
besides
is a great sign for things
Yeah.
to
Well,
come.
there's a room.
Well, there's a room, and you know,
Типа
when
им
I watch
катсцены.
the stream, it's late at night, and when it's late at night, I've usually had a fuse. So,
Вот.
like, I don't know
И,
what's
в
going
общем,
on. I'm
просто
just there to
собираем
watch
сейчас все
Arson's chat.
интерактивные
And I love
предметы
Mr. Nick.
And you do it
и
so
выходим
well.
из
No, it's a
квартиры.
consistent feeling.
По сюжету мы сейчас заперты. Мы проснулись и просто заперты в своей квартире. Мы не можем выбраться ни через окна, ни через двери. И происходит какая-то апатия, видимо, главного персонажа. Смотрим из окна, такая сцена не скипается.
So we're going to go back to our familiar third person here in just a moment, but they switched it up a little bit. Silent Hill 4 is a very unique game in this series. So we're going to go in here and
Вот сейчас мы пойдем в ванну.
here. You ready? So let's see, we're going to do this and flick. Oh, look how professional I am.
И
My
тут
goodness. All right, so we're
такая
gonna go into this
дыра,
hole
да.
here
Подбираем трубу
with the light
и
that is
подползаем
guiding
в
us. So
дыру.
there is a little bit of a strategy here. The last time I did
Сейчас
this, I
будем
think I
долго очень
disregarded it
ползти.
and said, oh, there's not really much going on here, but people that are smarter than me on this game, such as world record holder Matt Gale,
Да, если кто-то, да, только подошел, сейчас собирают на... Если вы говорите про игру. Сейчас собирают Five Nights at Freddy's. То есть вы снизу можете увидеть. Собирают на... для организации «Врачи без границ». В общем, мы по сюжету из этой дыры, ну и не из этой, вообще из дыры, можем... Что происходит? Вот. Из дыры можем вылезать в разные миры, так скажем. Там будут разные реальности, назовем их так. Будут по ним путешествовать. Вот, нашли еще одну дыру. И появляемся дома. Пистолет. Пистолет нам, так сказать, почти не пригодится. Вообще, Silent Hill, вообще раны, в принципе, почти всех Silent Hill'ов про то, как мы бегаем, именно не в качестве спидранера, а в качестве персонажа. То есть мы всех оббегаем, ни с кем не воюем абсолютно. Я бы это назвал не спидраном, конечно, а скорохождением. И видим, что тут какая-то кукла. В общем, появляемся мы, это уже локация у нас метро, появляемся тут собаки, они всегда так спаунятся абсолютно
Hey, that's my second ever speed
И
run.
нас не кусают. Поэтому мы просто сквозь них пробегаем. Типа катсцены всякие.
That is an interesting version. I think Punchy, another speedrunning luminary, said it best. It should be
И
illegal.
спускаемся
to sell
ниже.
the
Тут у нас
Homecoming
тоже будет
version
немножко
on Steam
пытаться
or the Steam
ударить.
version of Homecoming.
Illegal?
It should be illegal.
Oh yeah, it crashes every moment it can. It's terrible.
Oh, it should
You have it on the lowest settings, the smallest
Забавно,
window,
что тут
and it's like, then it might crash.
монстрики летают.
All right, I do want to jump in here and
Они
say,
ходят.
boom, there's Cynthia. Now, we make a lot to do about Eileen and the escort missions in this game, and you
Прям
may
под
see
нами
Cynthia pop up right here, and you may say, oh, wait, the escort
Прям
missions
под
are
нами
starting early.
спавнятся враги,
Not
но,
so.
в
Cynthia's a
общем,
little bit different from Eileen. No matter how
это
far
не
away you get from
останавливает.
Cynthia, Eileen, or excuse me, no matter how far away you get from Cynthia, Cynthia will
Все, что
be in the next room.
мы
no matter
делаем,
how
это
far
просто
away you are.
бежим по
So
сюжету. То
that's
есть
really good, and you may think, okay, well, it's not so
бежим
bad.
к нужным
Well, just wait till we
интерактивным
get halfway through the
предметам
game.
и
But,
интерактируем
right
с
now
ним.
we have a
Собственно,
escort
вот и всё.
Cynthia, which is quite easy to
Женщина
handle.
за
So
нами
right now we're just
спавнится
going
при этом,
through
когда мы
this.
переходим в
How
следующую
about these
комнату.
camera angles?
You know, I've been playing this game since the day it came out in 04, and I still don't know how I feel about them.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of deal with them, much like everything in life. I just kind of deal with it, but, you know, it could be better.
It's one thing to be top down, it's another thing to be like over that. This, I'm noticing that already.
Yep. And so we've already gotten rid of Cynthia, so we don't need that
Так,
anymore.
мы
So we're
видим
gonna go up
следующую
here.
дыру.
So we're going to do this area to
Пока
get us
нам
ready
туда
for
не
the
надо.
second part of this game. So we're going to go ahead and unlock that door, but we're not going to go through it, but we are going to go through it
Патрончики.
in the second part of the game, which hopefully I don't mess up like I did when we were at PAX East, because I was very sleep deprived, and I'm not sleep deprived today. All right, so this is going to be a part here. If you've ever played this casually, and shout outs to my friend Runeby, who just did this.
Мы сейчас,
God
в
bless her,
общем, должны
on her
выходить
stream.
вот на
She
главную
played this game
станцию.
casually for the first time.
Платформу,
This is a part of the
точнее.
game that even on easy mode, we make a lot to do about easy mode, but this game is punishing even
На
on easy mode. We're gonna go
эскалатор.
up the escalator. Now, I'm going to walk you through this. This enemy right here, this one, no matter what it does, will never hit you. However, there's going to be 3 single ones
Всё,
that
что нам
pop
нужно
up here,
делать,
and you wanna watch if they're gonna
это
swing for their
бежать
right hand
наверх
or their left hand.
и
Oh, thank you very much.
останавливаться
All right, so
перед
now we're gonna go
ударами,
through
чтобы не
the
получать их.
second area. There are going to be pairs of 2, 3 pairs of 2. If they swing with their right hand, that's good. If they swing with their left hand,
Тут
you
все
need
по
to watch
циклу
out
работает.
because
От каких-то
the
можно
animations are not
не
very
уворачиваться, от каких-то нужно
good, let's
уворачиваться.
say. And you may think the animation is over, but it's not. And that was a wonderful escalator.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
that was very good.
Let's see how the game evens that out for me later. All right. So we're already done with Subway 1. We'll get the placard, which will indicate that we're done, and we're going to mosey on over to Forest World 1. And
Честно говоря,
let's see.
кому-то... Я знаю людей, которым очень нравится четвертая, но не нравится, допустим, вторая и третья. То есть первая часть нравится вообще всем, наверное. Ну, это легендарная игра, я считаю. Действительно легендарная. Во второй... Что мне понравилось во второй части, это пул-квестовая логика. Мне такое не
Oh, you're good.
нравится
I want to hear
абсолютно.
one more.
You want to hear one more?
I
Okay,
do.
well, let me give you a big one.
Hit me with it.
JT Music with
Выходим на
$5,000.
улицу.
Someone says
И,
someone
кстати, раннер очень радуется, потому что вот эти птички, они очень сильно могут станблочить, и
Awesome. Thank you very much.
вообще его
Incredible.
неплохо
Thank you.
пропустили.
So we're going through Forest 2. This guy right here, we just walked by. He's going to want a special drink in just a moment, a specific flavor, specific beverage that we may have to get him. KZ mentioned it earlier. Now,
yeah.
what I want to try... it didn't happen. Sometimes the
Собаками,
dogs are fickle right there. And we can get them to
Всё
push
окей.
me towards the door
Всё
once their
отлично.
attack animation ends. It did not happen, unfortunately, there.
Вообще
It's just-
ХП
this is a
много,
game of
так
randomness. You
что
don't really know how the enemies are
переживать по
gonna
поводу
behave.
того,
You
что
may have
там
seen birds,
можно умереть
bird-like
случайно,
figures were attacking
не
me.
надо,
We're gonna go ahead
но
and focus on
всё-таки
that. Chocolate milk in the menu. We did take it for a reason. This
неприятно
game,
получать
chocolate
всякие
milk is
станблоки
very,
от
very
собак
crucial
и
to completing, as we
мотыльков,
mentioned. That is
которые
not
там
something that
летают.
has changed in
Ну,
5.5
это не
years.
похоже на птиц, я
You
не
need
знаю,
that
что это
drink for
такое.
Jasper. We're gonna
Пусть
come
будут
up to it in a
мотыльки.
moment. But those birds, I wanted to mention those real quick. You may have seen me just take the hits. There is no real viable way to get by those birds. You just kind of have to take the hit, and it is a 1 second time loss for every hit. But you'll take more time if you try to avoid them or try to dodge them. So it's better just to deal with your fate, which is pretty much the theme of this speed run. Just kind of deal with your fate.
Тем временем мы
So we're gonna go back
движемся под
here.
конец уже
One of the
локации.
most iconic parts of Silent Hill 4 incoming. I'm so glad. If you remember the end of AGDQ 2017, the Silent Hill 4 run, we had a chocolate milk celebration, and Jasper is going to have this celebration with us. We cannot continue until this man gets his chocolate milk. He is going to stand there forever drinking that chocolate milk. He's not even going to put it next to his mouth.
That's how I do it.
That's how KZ Fruit drinks everything.
There.
All
Yeah.
right.
Nice, панки
baby.
стоят.
He is. That's just how it's done. And we just got to deal with it. It is their world, and we're living in it. All right, so we're gonna go here. This is a part of the game that is. So, let me kind of go into a Silent Hill philosophy here while that enemy yells at me. Silent Hill 4 is a game that really didn't have a lot of puzzles. If anybody played Silent Hill 3, you know the Shakespeare puzzle. You know all the hard mode puzzles that game can throw at you, and this game is very, very different. It does not have puzzles. In fact, it hits you over the head with some things. So we just picked up a key. We're not going to look at it. You may be able to catch it on the inventory here, but it says the holder of this key
И
will
вот,
wander
мы
for
пришли домой опять,
eternity.
попали.
So if you keep that key, you're
Скинули
just gonna
вещи
keep going forward in the
какие-то.
same room, and it's going to get
Точнее, не
foggy,
скинули
it's gonna
вещи,
stay foggy, so
открыли
you have to go back to your
бокс.
room, put the key in the chest. Then we go back to the main area, go back to the room, get the key back.
Что мы
and then unlock the
возвращаемся
door next to
обратно в
Chocolate
мир.
Milkman.
Пока что это
Which is-
первый
I think it's
потусторонний
just the
мир.
way
Я не знаю,
they
можно
put
так
that in
это
there to pad the
назвать.
game out. So that is
Есть
what
ли
we're doing
правильное
right now. This
название
area right
у
here, even
миров
on
в
easy
Silent
mode,
Hill?
four dogs and a bird will attack you. And that wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. I only got hit by one dog. And even on easy mode, this
Может,
game
есть
punishes
какие-то
folks.
Silent
You see
Hillеры,
right there.
хиллеры
Four
в
dogs and a
чате?
bird in that corridor. Even on easy mode, this game doesn't take it.
Yeah, and I'd like to mention that those dogs do not have good hitboxes, and their attack animations are so fast.
Very
It's
fast.
Dogs
crazy.
are not free.
No, dogs are not free.
Nothing really in this game is free. Sorry, so we're gonna put, let's see, we're gonna put everything up here because we don't need it yet. And let's get the key back out.
Is this when the timer is stopped?
Вот, и теперь скидывать все это.
Yes, when you're in the menu,
Барахло,
the in-game
забирать
timer
ключ.
stops. I know how much you love
That's
in-game
crazy,
timers. That's
man.
why I had you on this couch.
That's crazy.
KZ Fruit, big fan of pausing a speed run to stop the in-game
That
timer.
is crazy. I remember there was one time where I was watching you. You were on really good pace, and you're like, "Oh, I can do this right now because the timer's paused." And every synapse in my brain said, "No, that's wrong."
Well, it is wrong because it doesn't stop for cutscenes, which it should.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I
What's
know.
going on?
I am glad that was mentioned because for everything that you can stop the in-game timer on in this game, if you watch cutscenes, it will tick your in-game timer down. So you have to be very quick skipping these cutscenes. And it seems like a small thing, but the original PC release of Silent Hill 4 only had 15 FPS for cutscenes.
Вообще,
So
раут
you
немножко
you
другой,
really didn't
я
get a good
смотрю.
window to skip those cutscenes. So now the GOG port of Silent Hill 4 has 30 FPS cutscenes, so you have a little bit more of a generous window to skip
Как
those
будто
scenes.
So
бы
based on the
вообще
release of the
порядок
game you're playing,
поменялся.
you have more
Непонятно.
time to save.
Yeah.
That's
Не знаю, странно это как-то
man.
выглядит.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
He's retiring for a reason, folks.
That's
He
right.
He
I
just
can't
can't
deal
Просто,
with
к
it.
сожалению,
Cannot deal with it. I'm out of here.
Игра немножко
Also,
в
it should be mentioned
мертвом
for any
состоянии
fans of
находится.
the
Последний
Philippines
гайд
leaderboard
на эту игру
ordering,
был
hey, why is it
записан
like near an
4
hour, 10
года
minutes? This is a
назад.
field-time
И
game.
вот,
The end
в
of the
общем,
game will
вообще,
actually be
в
in-game
принципе,
time. This removes things like
комьюнити
roads,
Silent Hill
menuing,
относится к
obviously not
написанию
cutscenes
гайдов
from what we're talking
очень
about here in
странно.
KZ's retirement. But, you know, when we get to the end of this, we'll
Я
see. It's
чекал
probably gonna be like,
гайды
I'm
на
gonna
разные
guess what,
Silent
like
Hill'ы.
probably like a 51.
You know,
И они,
sub
в
51 would
общем-то
be
говоря,
really great.
ужасные. Там
50-55 would be
большинство
acceptable for
гайдов
the
записаны
nonsense
просто
that can
в
go on in this game with the
лайв-экшене,
randomness, which we will
без
talk about later.
каких-то
Because it always
объяснений
comes up
там
in the YouTube
некоторых
comments.
моментов,
YouTube.
It always-
которые,
Hello, YouTube.
возможно, имеются в
Easy
игре, а
mode
возможно,
to
и даже
you
их и
too,
не имеется.
YouTube. I see those comments as well. But you may okay, I'm going to give you an example right here. You may see me tilt the camera
что
like
вот
this, and he's not running down
приходится
the center. for some reason, the PC
Иметь
version
дело
of
с тем,
Silent Hill
что
4,
имеем.
we talked earlier about it as the
Так,
8-way
попадаем,
movement, even
это
if you're only
получается у
playing,
нас
even if you're playing
следующий
this with a
мир.
controller. But for some reason,
Нам,
if you
нам
tilt the
надо
camera
будет
like this,
крутить
Henry will
вентили
run a
всякие
little, at least for
различные.
me, he will run a little more accurately. It's hard to explain. It just is what it is, and we have to work with what we're given. So we're going to pay a tribute to James Sunderland here. We're going to go down some holes, and there is going to be a PC exclusive.
Вот мы как раз сейчас должны спускаться. Да, мы сейчас спускаемся.
Let's see. So we're going to get rid of.
Oh my goodness.
God!
Дыры бесконечно.
I always.
И вот тут такой, когда первый раз играешь и встречаешь вот этого вот челика, который у тебя полэкрана загораживает, это, конечно, да, это неожиданно и приятно. Тут у нас нужно 2 раза повернуть вентиль и потом спуститься. Потом еще раз повернуть вентиль и спуститься. А, нет, 2 раза тоже.
Enter then escape.
Anyway, Max, you pick number?
I picked 2.
Oh, you pick number?
I picked 3.
I don't think we won.
Can I change my number?
Hold on.
Got 0 for 6. That is the
А,
first time
2
we're
раза.
gonna do.
Проверяй. Сколько раз уже было?
Even the other night, I was running this
Nice
world
round,
record
помню,
holder Matt
кстати.
Gale, who you should check out. His 45-33 on this is an amazing, amazing run on this. He came in and was talking about if the wheel skips that we just did. You saw I got none of them. I am on a different keyboard right now, but they are hard to do. You only have like a
В общем,
small
из
window to do them
оптимизации
in.
тут есть всякие приколы по типу того, что когда мы бежим по вот этому коридору, который радиальный коридор, я не знаю, как это назвать, короче, он, вот этот вот коридор, можно бежать зажатой камерой назад, и у тебя персонаж будет всегда поворачивать равномерно.
Also, don't try to do that on console. It'll just crash.
Вот в этом месте лучше держаться правой стороны, чтобы тебя не ударил чудик безногий. В первой части вообще есть переводы, собственно, в котором я играл. Последние головоломки, абсолютно которые простые были, нерешаемые абсолютно, потому что переводчики запороли инпуты в игре, и там просто невозможно нажать кнопки, которые нужно нажимать.
Games after Silent Hill 4 in this series, I would like to remind everybody that 2 weeks before this, I did reclaim the Silent Hill Downpour 80% world record.
Да.
And I just think that anybody that is wild
Что
enough
поделать,
to do
это
that,
какой год был?
whether it's me or Smumbler, who is here
97-й?
with us at this
Возможно,
event, who I
еще
love
раньше.
dearly, and
Я
I'm
не
glad
помню,
he's here,
какого
and I know
года
he's gonna
первый
take it
Silent
back
Hill.
from me the first time he tries to attempt to get it back, because he's that good at it. Anybody that has the record on that game, that 2.5-hour game
У
where
нас
you
будут
cannot skip
пиявочки
cutscenes,
сейчас, много
deserves
пиявочек
all the
будет.
props in the world, and I know either he, Umbrella Jill, Jadeite, who's also running it, somebody's going to take that record back, and kudos to them in advance. All right, so we are
В
here
общем, да,
in
мы тут просто спускаемся и спускаемся и спускаемся бесконечно.
We're gonna go down here. I don't really have a lot to go over here, so
Еще одна лестница.
Reliever, do you have any donations for us over there?
I certainly do. And this one's from Starwin, who says,
Another former Downpour world record holder.
I know, how fitting.
В общем, да, и сейчас будем подбирать ключ, попытаемся задоджить собак, которые тут будут ходить. Вот собаки очень странно себя повели. Они должны были накинуться, и там должен был произойти стрейф назад, но что-то вообще все пошло по-другому. Ну ладно.
I miss all my GDQ friends, and I will 100% be at the next event. Take care, everyone.
Miss you too.
L1R1.
I wish Starwin was in the room with us.
He's a good guy.
I would
Вот,
like
и
to
дальше
give special
бежим в
mention to them
следующую
right now
секцию.
at our
Тут
last live
просто
event. One of
РНГ
my
будет,
favorite GDQ
как
memories
повезет.
ever. AGDQ 2020.
Ну, очень повезло сейчас. Вообще не подблочили, ничего не ударили.
And taught me the Silent Hill Homecoming speed run where you have to do all those glitches and skips through the wall. And it was just amazing for him to do that. And the joke was on us because within 2 or 3 months, the strategies in that game completely changed. So shout outs to Starwin for sitting down and
It's the effort that counts.
it is the thought that counts, and I'll always remember that forever. Starwin, you're
Вот
wonderful.
тут
We miss you too,
скипается
and we will see
катсцена
you
с
again, my
помощью
friends.
нажатия
Yes, and run aim,
вправо.
run Amy and downpour again. All right, so we're here. All right, this is kind of a risky part here. There's 2 dogs here. Okay, so in a bad run, if a dog tries to
Тоже
attack you
очень
when you're
такая
turning a
неприятная
corner,
пробежка.
you will get a 3 or 4 second chew animation on your leg, and it's not
И
fun.
опять
Thankfully,
просто спускаемся
they
вниз,
took a little bit
бесконечно.
of umbrage on us.
Do you think your leg is tasty?
Ну, ой,
You know what?
такое
I have
пятно,
never
конечно,
been
жесткое.
asked that in my life.
Что же там делали на полу, интересно?
Is mine?
Ваши варианты
Or,
в
did
комментариях.
try it, and
Ладно,
don't
не
remember
пишите
if it was
ничего.
It's probably not good. And by the way, I do want to remind everybody, I'm the host guy
Вот
too,
и
so
подходим
we
уже
are trying to get 5 nights
двери
at
с
Freddy. I
паролем,
just want to tell you that if we get that
которые
incentive,
мы,
I'm
конечно
gonna be
же,
so
знаем
excited, I might
заранее.
just have to scream
Не, ну
about
мы-то,
it.
ладно, мы-то не знаем, но раннер-то знает. Правильно?
Is that planned? No, of course not. Okay, so I did try to do a speed run skip there, it didn't work, and I'm getting
Теперь
tickled in the
суперклассный
back right now
сегмент.
by Ghost. But,
Но, возможно,
so
он
there is a strategy right there where
казуально
you
был
try
бы,
to use-
выглядел, точнее, весьма напряжно.
If you try to
Потому что
use
за
an
нами тут
item in your
мужики летают,
inventory
какие-то там красные экраны
where it'll
появляются.
bring up the text on the screen that says this
Вообще,
item cannot be
кстати,
used here. If you get it
поддамаживает
on the
неплохо.
right frame, Henry will bust out of that cutscene where the camera pans up into the sky and you can run during the cutscene. I was a little more focused on the joke than the speedrun trick.
Так,
I
а у
apologize.
меня
But let's get Five Nights at Freddy completed as well.
трансакция
So we're
что-то
going up here
работает,
on the
нет?
steps. There's not really much to write home about here. Reliever, any more donations?
Yeah,
Чё-то у меня
before I get into
трансляция
that, I wanted to
остановилась.
mention that we have
Это
just
было странно.
over
Ладно.
$12,000 left on the bonus game incentive to reach. And in the meantime, I've got a donation here from
Ну, тут, в общем, ничего напряжного нету в этом сегменте. Нужно просто бесконечно подниматься.
Oh, yeah.
That we get to see this amazing run ran by AnEternalEnigma, an equally amazing couch with Maxilobe,
И там
Ecdysis, and
зюзать
Casey
айтем.
Fruit. And let's not forget the wonderful reliever. Congrats again on getting Silent Hill 4 back into SGDQ. Good luck, and I have a feeling it's going to be L1, R1, and a perfect one.
Нам
true.
покажут
I will be
касцену одну,
donating another
но мы ее
$5
скипнем.
for every successful tower rotation. Scream Blitz.
Что нас вернут домой. Мы даже... Нам даже касцену не будут показывать, то есть она вообще скипается тоже свайпом вправо. Ну это красиво. В гайде такого нету, если что.
And the game will kind of, if you don't pause it, it'll do this kind of slow loading in the background, but if you pause the game, it will load it quickly, more quickly. Hello, Walter.
He's a bum.
Yeah. And Walter, be quiet. We're not
Немножко будем бороться с камерой в этом месте, потому что в Таймхилле, так сказать, камера в некоторых местах залочена специально, чтобы выдерживать напряжение, чтобы не видеть какую-то опасность или быть, наоборот, в очень каких-то некомфортных кадрах. Тут можно немножко запутаться, конечно. В камерах. Мы сейчас только что пробежали мимо антагониста, сколько я понимаю, в этой игре. То есть вообще по сюжету мы путешествуем не просто так по мирам. Мы, можно сказать, расследуем убийство, который сделал уже ныне покойный там преступник, который клеймил своих там жертв.
I would also like to mention that if you have played this game, you probably noticed that Enigma picked up all of that stuff in the fridge without having to stomp on the leeches, which is a mechanic that just happens automatically. But the reason why he's able to do that is because he doesn't have a weapon equipped. So he actually presses the aim weapon button and interact at the same time without a weapon, and it allows him to not stomp on those leeches.
That is why I have this couch here, because I would have forgotten to mention that. Thank you, Mr. Loeb.
I got you.
So right there, we put the red piece of paper on there. We also tried to use another item incorrectly, but it canceled the slow pop-up
Какие
animation,
предикты?
so we can't
Меня
do
спрашивают,
stuff like
какие
sprite.
предикты поставить.
And so we're gonna go back to the
Честно
room here. We
говоря,
have some relevant
я не
progress
знаю,
to do
что
here.
бы
We're
вам
gonna
тут
pick up the piece of
посоветовать.
red paper that we just put under the door. And now, once we do this, a
Тут
key
ран
is going to
супер
spawn next
стабильный,
to our bed
и
in
я
the
не знаю,
bedroom
какие
that will
предикты
open
можно на
Eileen's room,
Silent
and it's
Hill
gonna take us to the part of the
сделать.
game that I mentioned during the interview, the hospital, which you may start seeing
Ну
some
да,
L1R1s
конечно,
in
поздновато,
this
но
tournament
еще как бы
shortly.
ран будет час идти
But let's
почти.
finish this off before we
Ну,
start
по
talking
ИГТ
about
он,
that.
конечно, идет
So we're
меньше
gonna go ahead and put
50
the
минут,
key
но
to open Eileen's
РТА,
room. We're gonna get ready for that. Reliever, do we have
конечно, да.
another one more donation?
Больше
I sure
часа.
do. I've got a big one here for $1,000.
Да нет, тут невозможно предикт какой-то придумать
This one's
интересный.
by Anonymous, who says if you haven't seen a security
сожалению.
breach speedrun, you'll definitely want to make it happen tonight.
Вот в
Let's run
Outlast'е
through
я
what
Do it.
initiative.
могу
Thank you, Anonymous.
Yeah, did you hear Eileen?
придумать
She's
какой-то
pumped.
предикт.
Eileen was excited for Five Nights at Freddy. Did you hear that scream? She's ready to go. All right.
Все уже
so
стоит, а вы
we
уже
are
там...
getting to my
Что вы там,
favorite part
досками или кого-то?
of this game. When I was a
А
kid,
что вам за предикт? А как
my mom's
посмотреть?
friends used to ask me what I
А,
wanted to
время
be
на
when I
таймере.
grew up. I didn't
Прогноз
say a
закрыт.
doctor, lawyer, fireman, any of that. I said I wanted to be a game show host. So this part of the game, I can kind of fulfill that fantasy.
Тем временем,
There's
кстати,
going to
FNAF
be a
добирает
room here with
уже.
22 rooms.
87%.
They're randomized
FNAF ты
every
должен
time. We
успеть
still to this day, nobody's
до
found a
конца
manipulation,
Outlast'а.
nobody's found a pattern,
Иначе
nobody's found
ГГ.
anything for this.
Тогда,
It is
если они
random.
дальше
We're gonna go
Outlast'а
through 22
протянут
rooms, we're
FNAF,
gonna try
это
to find
вообще
a
будет
key, we're
уже,
gonna try
ну,
to find a
как-то
locked door,
неуважение,
wanna
мне
find the key
кажется.
first. First thing
Ну,
we're gonna do is we're
конечно,
gonna look for a
обидно,
wheelchair
наверное,
setup. Oh, that
что
is
ты
not
попал,
good.
вот, допустим,
They're
как
all-
ранят
they're
на
all-
ГДК,
I'm gonna get hit
и
here.
твой
They're
ран
all
не
gonna
собрал
die.
лайков,
What do you think it's gonna be? I'm guessing
денежных лайков,
L5,
скажем так.
R11.
Okay, I'm gonna guess L4R8.
Вот.
No one's guessing L1R1? Come
Ну,
on,
что
man, what's
поделать?
Oh, you know what? It's not gonna look. You
Ой,
failed
тут
already.
Oh, man.
жесть происходит.
Somebody's got to take the fall.
Я
man.
пошутил,
It is
но
not
не буду,
R1,
пожалуй.
It is not L1.
All right, Max, who's yours again?
L4R8.
It is not L2. Is it R2? It is not R2.
Мапы, конечно,
Is it
оригинальные.
R3? It is not R3. You may be noticing I am pausing the game again to try to get a look at the room before we go into it. Is it
Атака
L4? Is it
спидранеров.
R4? Is it R4? Okay, okay, Eileen's in R4, so remember that in your head. Eileen is in R4.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Quite good.
I got a 5 in there.
That is,
I got that.
that is not bad. So we had what, an R4?
Нас поймали в
R5?
клетку.
Yeah, good. I'll
Клетки.
take that. All right. So now begins the second game within the game. We have to drag this. Person Eileen with us through the rest of the game. So get
Находим
ready. You
женщину
may see me
покалеченную,
not run,
байтем атаки,
at full speed anymore because we have to wrangle somebody behind us.
Стену,
always.
чтобы
So we're
всё
gonna go
было
around this
окей.
enemy here and bring Eileen back that way. Just get ready for that. You're going to see a lot of zigzag
Побег
movements.
получится?
There's a lot of like
ещё...
manipulation
Да,
movement
вот, уже
for
побег
Eileen because
получается.
unlike Cynthia, who we had earlier, because Cynthia just teleports to you, Eileen does not. You need her close by when you go through doors.
Oh, hey, Enigma, is that the same chick on your badge?
It is.
Yeah.
Shout outs to LLK for the amazing art.
LLK, I just want to say, I have the super rare volunteer runner badge. I was excited about it, and I was so spaced out when I got in here Saturday night, I didn't look at it. And I
Тут
looked at
письма
it
под
when I
двери
was speaking with
суют.
Richard with
Не знаю.
GDQ, and the badges are purple, and they have Henry and Eileen. on
Возможно,
it.
квитанция об
So
оплате.
I
А
was
выйти
very,
из
very
дома-то мы
honored
не
by that.
можем.
So I
Как
just wanted to say
нам
thank you.
оплатить
I
квитанцию об
will
оплате?
cherish that forever. So right here, Eileen,
Такая вот
one of the
очень
benefits of the
страшная
GOG version is we have a version of the
женщина.
game now with widescreen. So we can see how close Eileen is now. We don't have to wait for her to get so close. So my strategy here is no matter what happens with these enemies, we just run down the middle, and this is kind of an in-game timer thing, KZ, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what happens. Okay, there we go.
Тут
So
главное,
Eileen
чтобы...
right there. And I would like to apologize.
Всё,
I know
всё,
one of the big
хорошо,
comedy
всё,
segments on
отлично.
the last run was attacking
Нас,
those enemies because they make a burping
мы
noise,
живы,
and we
чат.
had the production people laughing
Чат,
like
мы же
crazy when
живы.
they heard the noises. We didn't have it this time. The run's just
Тут
too
могут
optimized. We'll
некоторые
forever-
мемы
we'll
произойти.
forever remember it in
Могут,
our speedrunning
скажем
hearts.
так.
Now, you may think I'm just walking down this staircase, but
Ничего
there is a
страшного.
strategy here.
Я не знаю, тут я не знаю почему, но в Silent Hill именно вот в этом очень много локаций, к которым нужно просто бежать, и ничего не происходит абсолютно. То есть кучу лестниц в этом Silent Hill уже было. Это странно. Возможно, у автора какой-то прикол с лестницей, потому что там и эскалаторы, и, блин, круговые лестницы, и лестницы с пролетами, и каких только лестниц тут нету. Я только сейчас об этом почему-то подумал.
Okay, she's back there. I had to listen for her footsteps. We're going to use the same strategy Maxie talked about earlier, where we hold B without a weapon. And if you noticed, we haven't equipped a weapon this entire time.
I didn't know that.
It's a pacifist run.
Well, now you do.
I've never played this game.
That's the whole game, it's pacifist.
One day, well, now in your retirement, you have plenty of time.
Идем
to
за
do
следующим, так сказать, письмом счастья.
First game, GTA.
And you can eat green. And you can eat green.
Там что-то про
Green ketchup. Well, why do you think I want the green
маме
ketchup?
или что там написано?
Because it's green blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
But because you're retired, you're taking on a new life. You're gonna like ketchup now.
Right,
That's the way it goes. Like
Okay.
everybody likes golf after this.
Атмосфера загадочности, понимаю. А,
Is that so?
так вот
Yeah.
почему
You'll
так
learn.
популярна
I
была
like golf.
игра SCP-лестница.
I I'm gonna need a little more quiet here because this is a newer little thing that has popped up. Ghost Cynthia's gonna spawn here. We're gonna go back through here now. I have to listen. She'll make a very distinct noise. You'll hear it in just a moment. I do have to wait. So let's wait. Please do it. Please do it. There you go. All right.
There we go.
So
Так,
with that
сейчас
noise,
ствол достанем
it's kind of
и
random.
будем
If it's not random, I don't know how to
стрелять.
manipulate that. But when you hear that noise, that means Cynthia is leaving that area, and Eileen should not take any damage up there in that area. It does take a little bit of time if you don't get a lucky portal. I like to call it the Cynthia portal. If you get a good time on that, it's good, but even if you don't, it kind of gives you a little bit of run security because Eileen should not take any damage, which means she shouldn't be limping, she shouldn't be chanting all that weird stuff she says. So it's just a good little security thing, especially for a marathon run. So I just wanted to.
Осталось залутать реально
So we're
пули.
going. We just went through that door
Вот,
that we
и всё,
unlocked
теперь
earlier.
вообще
We're
всё
gonna go back to the
классно.
room. We're gonna do some inventory management here. We're gonna get rid of everything
А
in
у
our
меня всё-
inventory
у меня
except
всё
the coin. We're
скрылось.
gonna wash that in the
А, вот.
sink. And same thing as that key earlier. If you examine the information on the key, if you examine the information on the coin and the key, it will just tell
Что
you straight
такое?
up what to do.
Этот ран не хочет, чтобы я его
I'll show you
смотрел
later.
или
You
что,
just
что
have to catch
происходит?
it. It'll say, I bet I could clean it in the kitchen sink in my room. So it just kind of gives you the solutions.
I
So
also think of my inventory as weapons and others.
weapons.
What do you have in your pocket?
Yeah, right.
Weapons and
Others.
I like that. What was the Silent Hill 4? They renamed everything. The first aid kit is the portable medical kit,
I think that's others.
and the health drink is a nutrition drink. They changed that arbitrarily.
Others, yeah.
Well, where's the weapons?
Yeah, where are the weapons?
All right, we got a good ghost spawn there. Sometimes they can spawn in the doorway. It is not a good time. We are going to revisit the escalator, but this is going to
Так,
be a
теперь,
little bit
насколько я
easier.
помню, нужно бежать
There's no dog here to
до
attack us. Once we
автомата.
get halfway, the camera will tilt. I don't know why it doesn't do it the whole way, but once we get down there, it will. I think a ghost is
Ну,
spawning on the
который,
wall, so we wanna stay away. That
не
ghost is
которое
gonna be
оружие,
random as
который
well. Oh,
продает
come on.
всякие вещи.
It's that PC movement again.
And you didn't even take the health kit.
I didn't, because I don't think we need it. Oh yeah,
Нет,
my health is good.
автомата
7
не
kills
было.
before, that
Вообще
first
раунд
hit will never hit, no matter
отличается
what you do, as long as you keep moving.
того, что я
There's only
видел.
gonna be
Ну
4
ладно.
total here, so we're gonna get right there.
Ну,
And
идем
you can
опять
see
по
a spot on the
лестнице,
wall that's kind
той
of
самой,
illuminated if you
кстати.
look really close, you'll see at the
И
very
опять
top
все
of your screen.
повторяется, если что.
Coming up here, you
Я
see
не
how
знаю,
that
на
light
самом деле,
change, you'll
зачем
know it's
второй
coming
раз
right there.
Yep.
So
так
if you
делать.
tell that you're gonna get an enemy, thank you for behaving. As you see, that was a lot easier than the first one. So we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna revisit this area. We're gonna pick
Я
up a new
понимаю, в первый
item,
раз, типа, может
the
это вызвать
ticket,
какое-то там,
and yes, indeed, this must be the ticket
не
machine.
знаю, какие-то
Iconic
чувства,
meme from Silent
но
Downpour. It
во
returns
второй
from
раз
Silent Hill 4. This must be the ticket
непонятно
machine.
как-то.
We have used the ticket on the ticket machine. I can't stop saying ticket machine because that game is still in my head. So we did this optimally. Eileen, if Eileen goes through this
Так, у нас
turnstile
тут
with you,
сейчас
it's not good.
будет
because you have to
встречать
wait for
девочка.
her. and it is a bit of a time loss. So thankfully she behaved. Everything is going as it should.
Где-то
And
тут.
thankfully I did not mess up the Subway 2 route like I did at PAX. Beep Salt, who was my wonderful commentator for that run, they remember that kind of went awry. So
А
thank
нет,
God.
по новому рауту она нас
They were
не
wonderful.
встречает.
I am very glad that I remember
Вообще,
what
по
to do this
старому
time.
маршруту
So we're gonna use this
мы с ней
subway
спускались
ticket
за
right here,
вот
go
этим
through here.
автоматом.
Hopefully Eileen behaves.
Вообще
And,
что-то странно.
Let's see.
I hear footsteps.
Oh, that's not good. But that's okay. She better not be limping. I'm gonna be kind of. All right.
Shoot, I think she is limping.
I think she's all right. I think she got hung up on that pillar.
Вот
behind.
теперь мы берем ее, и самое веселое это спуститься вниз.
Boy.
Самое веселое это спуститься вниз теперь.
That is some.
It's a game of blood or juice, honestly.
It was somebody who
Ketchup.
did not want to drink Kool-Aid.
I wasn't agreeing.
All right, Eileen. All right, I need a little quiet here. I need to be able to.
Проблема
hear
в
this
том,
is
что
benefit of the
теперь
widescreen.
камера,
You can
она
see
как
the
бы не
enemy
смотрит
content.
вниз. Вот в чем прикол.
We are going the wrong way on purpose.
Тут надо ориентироваться
All
на
right, I need two
текстуры
more.
именно.
Once you get to this point, you'll see a chain link
То есть
fence. There's gonna be
есть
three
темные
sections
споты на
of
текстурах,
chain link.
и
Once
по
you get past the
ним
third
раннер
one, you're gonna be
определяет
ready for
плюс-минус,
another
где
enemy.
находятся враждебные
okay,
мобы.
that was so scary. When they turtle head like that, that's not good. Perfect.
Very nice. That was very good.
Proud of you.
We like to see it.
Ну, почти
So
спустились.
Eileen, you may have heard Eileen did take a hit there. That is okay. It's not like the end of the
Дальше
world.
пойдем
there's
в
another
поезд.
ghost in here. All right, that might be different. All right.
Будем держаться левой
Cynthia.
стороны.
Forgot to mention that.
Cynthia, and we have another ghost appearance by Sharon, who is one of Walter's.
Вообще не
good
левой, а
ghosts.
правой, получается.
And I hope that Eileen didn't take any damage from that. Okay, so we have to be careful with Cynthia here. I wasn't careful. She was in the wrong spot. That's okay. That's okay. She's just tickling. me.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Uh-oh.
Ой-ой-ой.
Uh-oh.
Goodness.
I don't have a.
Ну,
The golf club.
Look out!
So
Что
Cynthia can be a
происходит?
problem because you kind of get ensnared in her hair, and she'll do this infinite grab combo where you can actually get 100 to 0 if you don't have a melee
происходит?
weapon.
There we go. Oh, we got out.
Oh.
We're good. We're out.
100 to 0, big fan. of
Yeah.
that.
That is not something that happens It has happened before, so that's not your "this has never happened" moment. But,
Yeah, easy mode, by the way.
All right, really.
Zero to
Нам
100.
нужно просто ждать, пока пройдет за нами
100.
девочка.
So Walter
Это
Sullivan
было
has now
смешно.
appeared, which makes our host very happy.
I mean, this is the best part of the run.
It really is. No, it's not. No, it's not. But yeah, so Walter is now a factor.
И еще одна лестница, мы опять спускаемся вниз. Думаете, что-то будет происходить здесь? Ваши ставки.
Showing up in Forest World 2 and in Water Prison 2. I didn't mention fully the strategy. So what I'm doing is I'm turning Henry to his right ever so slightly to keep Eileen from hitting the rail. I think I neglected to mention that on the last run here, but you see I'm turning him to the right just slightly so he doesn't run with full momentum and Eileen stays in the middle of that staircase. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get the torch. This will technically be our first weapon, but we're not going to use it as a weapon. And we're going to pick it up here. We're going to get 5 doll parts.
You can like hit something for fun, like come
Убираем
on,
факел,
man,
потом
let's see some violence.
пойдем за колодцу, поднимать
That's
чужие
happening
головы себе в инвентарь.
Man, I know, my goodness, you are retired. My
Yeah,
goodness.
right. I know.
If push comes to shove and I need to hit
Выглядит,
somebody with a
конечно, ну,
torch, I will do it.
не очень приятно.
I'll cheer for it.
All right, so
I will tell you, Casey, to excite you, when we get to the water prison, there will be some combat.
Violence. Good.
Exactly.
yeah.
Some green blood.
All right.
Тут можем немножко
So
пофайтиться с
Eileen
собаками
should
в этом
be
месте.
here. I'm checking the map. There she is.
В принципе,
Okay, all right. So we can leave Eileen alone here. She'll be safe in this area.
Это
No
вроде
enemies
не
ever show up in
пригодилось.
this zone. We're gonna go pick up some more body parts. It's lighting the torch, getting the body parts, lighting the torch, getting the body parts. I'm gonna try to find a docile area here. Oh, the birds are not playing well. All right,
У нас
here's Walter.
поранили немножко.
Reliever, calm
2
down.
раза.
There's Walter. All right. So
Да что,
sometimes
блин,
Walter will
эти
attack
жуки и
you or a
комары
bird.
какие-то, москиты
Walter,
летают.
He just attacks what he wants to attack, and I couldn't really get a read on what he wanted to go for there. Silver bullet. We're gonna need that in this next
Ну,
section.
вообще
But
неприятные
right now, it
противники.
is just a game of getting torches lit and getting doll parts out. Reliever, do we have any more donations?
I do, and I have an announcement as well. We have less than $10,000 left for
Собираем,
Five
так
Nights
сказать,
at
части
Freddy's Security
куклы.
Breach.
Go.
So we
Make it
are
happen.
getting very,
Тут
very
где-то
close. I
патроны
think we've
должны
got
вроде
about
бы лежать.
824 thereabouts
Look at the
left.
map there.
I
My
know.
goodness, you're going to get a math
Listen,
trophy now.
I've got a calculator in front
В
of me.
каком городе
don't
студия
tell
чего
people.
находится? Которая
We do
разработала
have some
Silent Hill?
donations here, though. We've got one from Stephen P.
Или в
for
котором происходит,
$150, who says, "I've been watching
в котором
GDQ for
находится
years, but never had
квартира
never had the
главного
money to
героя.
donate. I just graduated college, got my first job, and this is part of my first paycheck. Thanks to everyone helping make this event happen."
Город
And here's
называется
a great SGDQ.
что-то там.
PS, love the jacket and the bow tie.
This is the first time anyone's seen this jacket. I debuted this here. Thank you.
Эшфилд.
If you go
Не
look, I'll
знаю.
give you a little secret.
Вроде Эшфилд.
I was into game shows when I was a kid. If you go look up Rod Roddy, the announcer from Press Your Luck, you may see a little bit of inspiration of what I turned
студия
into. So
ГДК
just a
находится?
little-
Да,
a little
я не
lore tip
помню
there.
уже вообще
Do we have any more
ничего.
donations?
В каком-то там этот,
One from
кто это,
Unstoically-
Швеция?
excuse me, Unstoically Des,
Да я
who
не
says,
помню
"Like to
города,
donate
я
to
вообще
the
по
dream
географии
team on my
0.
screen right now. The now retired KZ with Ekti and Ria's host. I love this so much. Enigma, do your thing. Maxi, keep being Maxi. This goes to getting more GDQ on the roster.
Thank you. We could do one more if you'd like.
Sure. There's one here from MacMaker Shark for $15 who says, excited to donate during AnEternalEnigma's absolutely hype run of Silent
Ну,
Hill
собственно,
4.
это не студия
Coaches
даже,
assistance,
а
inspiration for a lot of us, and I'm
вообще
happy to donate to
это
such a good cause after
отель,
such a rough
насколько я
year.
знаю.
Donation goes to the runner's choice.
Very nice. Mac Mako Shark, by the way, the creator of my incredible Enigma Zone emo, which you may have seen.
Если я не путаю с Ессой, то это отель, в котором можно бронировать себе апартаменты, так сказать. Ничего себе.
Could you demonstrate that emote?
Listen.
Нормально утолкнули.
We can't get too wild here, Mr. Fruit, all right?
Oh, okay.
You can if you
То есть
want.
суть этого отеля в том, что
You're retired. You can do whatever you want.
ты снимаешь, если ты снимаешь комнату себе там, то чтобы попасть на ГДК, тебе нужно просто спуститься на лифте на первый этаж. И ты на ГДК. И это очень классно на самом деле.
You cannot light the torch on Jasper. He's too upset that his chocolate milk went out, so now he's on fire. And we've got 4 of the 5 doll parts. We're gonna manipulate the camera. See, sometimes he likes to go in the other direction because of that 8-way thing, that no analog thing. All right, so Eileen,
Марафон начался вчера
keep Eileen away.
в 7
Just to be
вечера
safe
вроде бы.
here, 'cause we're not going for records or anything. I did take some punishment from,
Я вообще не
Cynthia and
понимаю, о чем
Jasper,
вы.
so I am gonna pick up
Кто-то
a
говорит Миннеаполис,
portable
что
medical
какая-то
kit.
деревня.
Not
Не,
a first aid kit, it's a
игра
portable
называется
medical
«Комната»,
kit.
потому
In order to
что
pick up the packs of despair here, we are not gonna use
мы
this until the
бегаем,
final
мы попадаем во
boss
все
of the
локации
game,
из
hopefully.
своей комнаты. То есть, ну, не из своей комнаты, а из своей квартиры, которая закрыта на самом деле. То есть мы не перемещаемся по реальному миру.
So you can do this here. You don't have to stand next to the torch. You can kind of just go up to that rock right there and light the torch. So kind of save you a little bit of time. This ghost right here, his name is Steve Garland. We don't know if he's related to Lisa Garland from Silent Hill 1 or not. But he runs that pet store that we were in earlier, and Walter didn't like the pet store, to say the least. And we've got the
Получается,
That's how you know Walter's
получается, создатель Silent Hill предсказал коровавирус.
Walter is just on another
Понимаю.
planet. Just on another planet. All right, so Eileen, we're gonna kind of snake Eileen through this. We're gonna use all 5 right here.
Так, я немножко
It's going to fall off. We're gonna go down here inside the building. Now this, you may watch me stare
немножко
here like pessimism
пропустил,
on
где мы
our
находимся
page.
вообще.
It's because Eileen can be a little strange right there and stay on the staircase, and I think she's doing it.
Yeah, she got stuck.
She's doing it. So Eileen is not behaving, unfortunately. So look, come on. I don't know why she does that, but it just happens sometimes. So, it's another curly Q staircase. There's nothing to talk about here. So I'd like some more donations, Reliever.
Absolutely. Before we go into that, though,
А,
chat,
значит,
if you
я
can see
говорил
it,
про
we're at
Ессу.
91%
А
of the
ГДК,
way
да,
to security
находится
breach.
там.
Can we get some hype in the chat for
Ну,
every
теперь вы
time
знаете,
donation
где
is sent
Есса
through, because we
происходит.
are edging that
Круто
donation
же.
goal. We are
Познавательный
so
стрим
close.
получается.
Heck yes. I want to see
Еще одна
it,
лестница.
I want to see it too. I want to, because it's a new game as well.
It is.
We have a donation here from Phantom.
Там
excuse me,
будет дырка
Phantom Team Back, who says,
нашу
"Had to donate
квартиру,
during the horror
но
block, as always, one of my favorite parts of the events. We've got to
пока
go
что
fast to
туда
get
мы
that
не
Five Nights at
пойдем.
Freddy's goal met. Excited to see Silent Hill 4.
Thank you. All right, so we're here in Water Prison again. I'm gonna kind of scrape the wall here.
А это
It
наша
means I lean
подруга
around a
такая,
little faster
скажем так.
instead of just running.
В общем, ее по сюжету вот этот маньяк хочет зарубить вообще жестко, но стараемся это как-то предотвратить. То есть все люди, которые ходят с нами, ну, которых мы встречаем, и которые погибают в одном из измерений, в котором мы находимся, умирают в реальной жизни. Ну, в игре, я имею в виду. В реальной жизни в игре.
But was ignoring both me and Eileen completely to attack the birds. Sometimes Walter just really hates birds. He doesn't care about the humans in front of him. But we're going to try to stay away from him. Ah, no, 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 no.
Bonk.
Hey, there's your violence.
Yes.
And we're in the water prison.
Yes.
So every now and again, as Eileen takes damage in the game, she'll start just, I guess, cursing. She'll start spouting things. The only way to stop it is to either bump her or hit her, and then she'll stop speaking.
You gotta give her the bonk.
Что тут будет
But it makes her
одна
stop talking.
The more reliable one is to hit her
манипуляция.
with whatever your melee weapon is. It kind of
Если использовать все еще по этому рауту.
If you don't have a melee weapon, you're in trouble. But thankfully we do here, and the birds have done a very good
Ну,
job.
пока что мы идем по лестнице, как бы. Кто-то тут что-то другое хотел посмотреть. Смотрите, какая лестница. Ой, как же кусают комарики. Ой-ой-ой. В общем, мы сейчас загоним даму в угол.
Let's do that one more time. One more time. Come on, game. I know you wanna. All right. So there we go. We bump Eileen so that she does not go through that door, so we keep her in there.
Все, она загналась в угол, теперь мы можем идти дальше.
Walter is unhappy with his bird.
Walter, my goodness.
He's definitely chosen violence.
We're doing a speed run here.
Нужно, чтобы
So Eileen is safe
Какой-то
where she is.
промпт
No enemies will get
активировался.
in there. So we're back up here. There's a lovely twin
Ален
victim.
Блуд, кстати.
I saw that in my dreams last night.
Yeah, I bet you
Ну,
did.
потому что в настройках поставил зеленую кровь.
Yeah, that is true.
В начале рана он это делал.
Oh.
Ну, перед раном,
Yeah.
получается.
And
На
we're
стриме.
gonna go here. So this is another crucial part. Now stay with me here, folks. We
Ну,
have to
вообще,
get
да,
shirts.
ГДК это же
Casey, calm down. You're gonna. This is gonna
ивент
blow your mind.
6+,
We have to
но
get a shirt, and we have to go back to our
или
apartment.
плюс 6,
We
или
have
6
to
плюс.
put it
Но
in
тут
our
Silent Hill
bathtub
почему-то, ну, это,
to
конечно, да.
progress.
That's what it does.
Это
No.
интересно.
You know-
Еще Outlast
You know what
будет.
I've been thinking this whole
Это,
time?
конечно,
What? I don't
интересно,
know
потому
what's
что в
going on.
Outlast'е
Me
есть
neither.
одна
These
сцена
details,
очень
you're just really cementing
пикантная,
that
так
fact, if
сказать,
I'm
но
honest.
она
Yeah,
будет
I'm
в
trying to do
темном
the best I
цвете,
can.
так
Just
сказать,
for
показана.
strats, we're gonna pick up 2 held drinks here
Ну,
because,
я думаю, кто
as
играл
Dices knows, as he's just told you, there is a part
в
of the game
Outlast
coming up here which
Enjoyer,
is
так
quite
сказать,
dangerous, and it's been giving me a
наверное,
little bit of trouble,
догадались,
but I am
про что я
instituting a
говорю.
new strategy that, I saw Matt Gale use on the fantastic world record run, and
Я
has
вам
been working
обязательно
pretty
маякну, когда
well.
эта
Oh, there's
сцена
words
будет.
on the shirt.
There was, but we can't read them. It's not fast.
I see.
It's not fast. All right, so
Кстати,
inventory
Five Nights
management,
at
this will be our
Freddy's
last inventory management. Again, we're
93%.
gonna put up the torch. We are going to keep the subway car to do a glitch during the final boss fight. We're going to get the handgun. We're going to get this pack of bullets. We're going to get the sword of obedience, and we're going to go use it all. So let's go back from where we were.
And if you're hearing some really weird things happening in the room, there are hauntings in this game that happen. So when you go back to your room, sometimes you get some really freaky things happening, and you have to,
Пальцы.
exercise.
Ну, я так скажу вам.
So you just
Один палец там будет точно.
Stuff like that.
I just want to get something straight. So we got like the house to spare, right?
The pickaxe of despair. Yeah.
Так, сейчас щупальцы очень жестко не пускать будут.
Very metal, yeah.
You know what else is
Ну,
metal?
тут, в
I
общем,
just
есть
changed- Oh, hold on.
две
Those are
страты.
my favorite
Если
parts. Hold on.
можно либо сфидить щупальцем, просто идти,
I love
Is
that
that
part.
Sword of obedience?
That's
That
the
is,
sword of
yeah.
obedience.
и тогда они
And he is
исчезнут. Лишь бы
obeying.
можно их бить.
All right,
Вообще,
so if you do this
нужно
part of the
смотреть
game and you don't
по
have Silver
HP.
Bullet and Sword of Obedience, again, shout outs to my friend Runeby who recently did this. Good luck. It's harder than the final boss fight, but if you have Silver Bullet,
HP у
Sword of
нас
Obedience,
пойдет,
key, it'll be all
в
right.
принципе.
And
Поэтому
one thing that I did there
танчим.
is you may have seen me switch over to the Silver Bullet without an animation. What I did was I ran into one of those toadstool monsters at the same time that I equipped the Silver Bullet, so it skipped the animation. I tried to do that on the doorway before
Вот.
we got in here. I'm gonna check
Спускаемся
the
по
maps
этой
where the triangle
лестнице
is. I did that
и
for Triangle
выходим
before, but I
в
missed it,
локацию с
where you can
другой
try to equip
лестницей.
the gun before you go into the room and skip the animation, but we missed it, but that's okay, because we're not going for world records here. Now, here
Райнер
we
говорит, что
go.
это
This is
худшая
easily- that's
часть
why I talk
рана
about
для
the
него.
interview with keys are on.
Но тут
This is the
будет сейчас
most
очень
stressful part of the game. I died on
неприятно.
this part on the hotfix. I died on this part on my stream. All right, so I'm going to try to walk you through this. There are 6 twin victims here. All right,
общем,
so I
тут,
have to walk on this side.
Ну, вы
A
видите,
little
что тут происходит.
triangle here,
Сейчас
and a little
будут нереальные
triangle
мансы.
here to keep them on me. I think this is good. Oh, thank
Nice.
you.
Very nice.
All right.
Ой, все
So
хорошо,
that
вообще
strat,
хорошо.
Enigma called it the pizza slice.
Woo! Yeah, because I like pizza. All right.
Yeah.
Well, kind
Got a pizza emote. We all do, I think. But
Not me.
No, not
you're
me.
retired.
И,
Okay,
как вы
but
уже
I didn't
догадались,
have one then, and I don't have one now.
You should make one.
блин,
now
а
so
реально,
no one
почему
can-
игра не
No,
называется
it's not cold. Stop.
Oh, the pizza's cold.
Silent
No,
Hill
no, 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 no,
лестница?
no. Ah. I don't want to equip the pickaxe. Whatever. You don't get to hear these chants very often. Reliever, do we have donations?
Yes, and we also have some good news.
Yes.
We have less than $5,000 left for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Нет, там
Security
сцена...
Breach. We
Нет,
are
там
on the
не,
final
не в том
stretch.
сцена.
Let's go. 95% of the way. I
Вот
hope
в
chat's
Outlast
been
будет
keeping up with
стопроцентная
that.
категория, а это
We have
значит, что
donation
нам
here from,
некоторые вещи будет
Kliak
нужно
for
снимать на камеру.
$25, who says, Freddy Fazbear,
Задумайтесь,
question mark,
так сказать, об этом.
Get on the bus. And also one from Desiree, who says, loving every minute of Mr. Enigma's Silent Hill 4 run, and I'm absolutely dying to see the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Сейчас
run
нам
up next.
представят
Come on, chat,
антагониста.
let's meet that incentive.
Let's do it. All right.
And that was for $50. I hope
Потому что
I
до этого у
mentioned
нас
that.
не
Thank you
было
very
вроде
much.
ни одной
Thank you
катсцены
very
с ним.
much. So this is
Он
part of the game.
появлялся
We're
в
doing
кадре,
a little-
но...
Another little bit of trickery. We bumped Eileen in the corner so that we don't bring her in the elevator. The game is wanting you to leave her in the
Ценных
elevator,
нет.
so you pick up these 4 items. There's a pool ball right there. We're not going to pick it up. We're skipping this whole thing, and I'm going to show you how in just a moment, because Eileen is still on the other side. So straight ahead of where he is now, there's a fence. Eileen's on the other side. Ghost Cynthia's going to pop up here. And thankfully, we didn't get hit by the bird. Oh, all right, good. So that fence is gone now, and I need a little quiet.
Вообще тут немножко отличается раут, то есть...
Thank you. All right,
That's
so
my stomach.
Eileen, it's not your stomach. Eileen,
Немножко другой подход
there is
какой-то.
no fence there anymore. So Eileen is with us
Раньше-
now. We've skipped every little objective that we had to do. If you play this normally, you have to put all 4 items.
Он
into
просто
certain spots in the
сначала
area. It's
добежал
very tedious,
до
but thankfully
предмета, а
we can
потом
keep
побежал
Eileen from
с
getting into that elevator, and we can
девочкой.
skip all that, and we can just go
Как-то
to
странно,
another
конечно, это.
crowd favorite of this game, but I do need a little quiet right here to hear Eileen's footsteps change. All right, when her footsteps change, you can pull her into that fence.
Да. Outlast это
I
психушка.
have time for one more donation before the one truth. Reliever?
Absolutely. Let me give you a big one. This one here is from Brent, who wants to see more games, please, and donated $1,000.
Woo! Thank you very much.
And Brent's got a very good point. The more donations we get in, you select the Five Nights at Freddy's
Так,
incentive, and
и
the more time we
после
get for our
очередного спуска по лестнице
I'm down with that. Thank you very,
нам
very,
надо
very much.
будет
So right here,
поставить
In the first half of the game, we went up the stairs. Now we're going down the stairs. You
Нашу
may notice I'm waiting in the
подругу
corner
к
just
двери,
1 or 2 seconds as I'm
чтобы
trying
она
to keep
открылась.
Eileen close to me. The second half of this game becomes a game of keeping Eileen close to you. It is not. Oh, well, okay. Well, we're speed running, Eileen. We're going too fast. Ugh. Anyways, we want to keep Eileen close. Not only does it keep the
Зачем
connection
все
level
углы
between
собирает?
close to where she moves fast, it'll limit her
Интересный
possession level
вопрос.
from expanding because the further away you get from Eileen, the game is considering you as disregarding her. So she will, her possession level will increase. She should be right behind me. That went very, very well. And she got hit by a bird. I got hit by a bird. We all got hit by a bird. All right, here we go. This is the one truth. If you ever played whack-a-mole at the carnival, you know what this is. We got to find the
В
one
общем, да.
that works. It is complete RNG. I can attack two pairs at a time, and here we go. All right. Oh my God! Thank you.
So the
That's
gimmick of
good,
this
right?
whole area is that it could be any of the ones in the room.
Интересные тут,
And,
конечно, файты
Enigma got literally
происходят.
first try, so it could be any of them. There's like 13 of them or something. There's a lot.
Perfect. There's 12.
12.
We got literally perfect RNG.
So that was insane.
Yeah,
Let's
that's really
very
insane.
unlikely.
Let's
insane.
go. There is something about GDQ. I got perfect RNG there when we did PAX East a few months ago.
Yeah, remember all your practice streams?
Yeah.
Remember this one victim
The
hallway?
exact opposite of that happened on
Yeah.
the practice
Отличница.
streams. It was
Very
the
last.
last pair that I would check almost every
Я
time.
идеальный
It
рандом.
was very. It did prepare me for the potential worst. You are right. All right.
Вообще,
this is
это
the
было
longest
очень
staircase in the
быстро.
game. Nothing about it changes. Can we get some more donations?
Sure can, and I'm just gonna update you again. We have less than $1,000 left.
Oh yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's security breach.
Do it.
We're at 99%. Okay, so let's go.
When it hits 100, you interrupt me if I'm
Okay,
caught.
all right, I will. I promise. I promise. We have a $100 donation here from
Что там,
Paranoid.
предикты были на 55?
Cryod. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. It says it's great to see Enigma in front of the camera, especially with the all-time great couch. Let's get him, coach.
They are the all-time greats. All right, so we are going to be in a third-person version of our room 302. We have to pick up
Наконец-то
five,
приходим
I
домой.
think it's 5 pieces of, let me rephrase that. 5 memos. There's 6 in here. For some reason, you only have to pick up 5. We don't really know why that is, but I'll show you the one we don't. Oh, hello. Sorry, sometimes I'm not used to playing games on mouse and keyboard. I'm the guy that beat Doom Eternal on the hardest mode with a controller on PC. I'm not used to mouse and keyboard, but this is what I got to do. That's what I got to do for speed runs, so I'm going to do it. So we're getting these 3 memos over here on the left. We do not need that memo on the right, on the little dresser over there. Don't
Там
lie, it's
смысл
just
в том,
the same
что
So
он
once we get out of here,
простукивал нескольких сразу. Но все равно как бы шанс, да, шанс такой себе.
We're not going to use as a weapon. It startled Eileen. She's like, you can't use that as a weapon? No, you cannot. We're going to use it very, very shortly to reveal a new part of our
Так, сейчас тут будет немножко
Go
этого
back in here.
That weapon goes in others. But
менюинг плюс
Thank you
всякие
for that clarification.
интерактивные там предметы будут туда-сюда тасоваться.
All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna find our real Walter Sullivan buddy who's just hanging out, and we're gonna get a pair of evil-looking keys. It says, I don't know what makes keys evil, but Walter Sullivan figured it out.
МГР — это
So
Metal
we're
Gear
finally
Rising,
going
да,
to
это
escape our room.
это
What could be outside room
спин-офф
302 finally? What have we been waiting
Metal
for this
Gear
entire time? It's
слэшер
just
про
walls full of
киберниндзю, да.
hamburger. Oh, that's a menu. That's not hamburger
Можно
meat.
это так
That's
назвать.
hamburger
Oh,
meat.
that's guts, man. Come on.
No, it's not.
It's a guts stage.
Chef Boyardee.
В общем-то, мы уже выходим в последнюю локацию. Тут сейчас мы встретим того самого, которого разыгрывают за донейшены. Он нас даже вообще не хитует, кстати.
We're going to be going just through parts of the game. We did leave Eileen behind. She is not necessary to keep here. And there's goes Cynthia again. This, you can tell by the
Окей.
audio, it's getting serious. Now we have the patient enemy,
Хорошо
so we're
вообще,
gonna
на
get
самом деле,
as
пробегает.
Maxi Lopes
Он
calls, the
без
secret
мили
elbow.
оружия.
Secret elbow.
No, we will not. And
Значит,
Walter will
уверен
be
в
in
себе
here. He's either gonna be
полностью,
really
что его
excited to
никто
see
не
us or not.
зацепит.
Oh, yeah, there he is. All right, there we go. That's very good.
Тут вот небольшой рандомчик сейчас будет. Сейчас посмотрим, как нас пропустит. Ой, хорошо, хорошо.
Is that him or the game?
That's him.
That's him?
That's me.
Well, actually, that's others.
That's others? That is definitely others, I agree.
All right. Anyways, so now we passed the superintendent. Oh, hold
Так,
on.
немножко сейчас будет еще борьбы с камерой.
Walter's dad, I'd apologize. Walter's dad's about to be really mean. Oh my goodness. Did he say what I think he said? Did he just tell us all to shut up? You shut up, Walter's dad. You're the reason all this happened.
Hey, Enigma, I'm going to interrupt you insulting.
You do it.
I'm going to interrupt you insulting Walter so much to let you know we have breached Five Nights at Freddy's security breach.
Beautiful.
Hype in the chat, hype in the room.
Beautiful.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Что за звуки?
Ah, incredible. Good job, everybody. Right on time too, because we're near the end of this one.
А, это кричат там. А что там кричат? Блин, я не слышал даже.
You're lucky you retired. I might have to retire.
Ой, на Фредди собрали.
Just briefly. So now this room was locked by 6
Лав
chains,
будет.
but us
Ура!
investigating the empty husks of Walter got rid of them. We are able to grab. Yes, it's an umbilical cord. We have to grab the umbilical cord. It's a video game thing. And we get that. We didn't have to really stand in front of the bookcase to get it. We just grabbed it out of the side because that's how collision in this game works. So the bell is tolling, which means we are being summoned for the final. Oh, God, excuse me. Somebody had Taco Libre today. All right, so shout out to Taco Libre, by the way. Hey, at least we got one burp. I'm happy about that. All right, so we're going to go here. All right, whoa.
Это...
All right. Will we get elbow?
Это не первый. А, нет, ГДК это первый, наверное, да.
She tried. She tried.
She thought about it. She was like, you know what? We just got Five Nights at Freddy. I'm gonna leave
Последние
Henry
2
alone.
года
We're not gonna
получается.
elbow him. So let's see. It's just traveling back from where we started. I have a lot of things in my inventory because this run went really well. And I may need to use some of it because I need some area. I need some space for the final boss fight. To get some of
Это
these
классно,
items.
конечно, классно,
Now,
но...
it's gonna be pointless for me to use a health drink here because before you get to the final boss fight,
Туда пока
it
что
replenishes your health,
лично
but I
вот
do
мне не
need to
попасть.
keep some space in our inventory available. That is another thing in Silent Hill 4, inventory limits, but they're kind of generous with them because there's portals in every area of the game, so it's kind of okay.
Does your house look like this room?
It does not yet.
Так, и мы идем на босс-файт.
Okay, you got time to tear it
Yeah,
up
I'm gonna
apart,
put one truth on the hallway. It's gonna be really nice. All right, final boss fight. So, I'm gonna try.
Если вы ни разу не видели антагониста, то вот он.
I'm gonna try to do a glitch here where I can grab these spears out of the wall. It's gonna be really interesting looking. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, there we go. All right.
А его, да, конечно, сложно было заметить. Реально. В одном кадре... в катсцену вообще скипнули, и он в одном кадре сидел на лестнице, когда мы спускались по лестнице. В общем, мы достаем из изображения, или как это называть, копья, и нам надо будет втыкать их в чудовище.
Ball in the middle of the arena.
He's laughing at me.
Yeah, Walter's having a good time.
He is.
He's laughing at me. He's like, he only got one of these animation skins.
Like literally the whole fight, he's just like.
Такая. Чем-то напоминает арену, не знаю, с Сибил из первой части. Ну там не надо было ничего втыкать, конечно. Я имею в виду больше про геометрию. Вообще хорошо. Хорошо идем. Хитов особо не получаем. Все отлично. Немного анимация это поплыла.
So now begins the actual final boss.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой, что он делает?
That pickaxe we talked about earlier, and he's gonna be dealing hopefully a charge shot while he gets up. That's gonna
Блин,
deal low
наплевал
damage
там
and
на
give him
пол.
some invulnerability 'cause he can
Сморкался.
actually
Что
get
это
hit during
такое?
this. The reason why Mr. Enigma let him slide, whatever you want to call it, is because sled that works. If you don't do that, he will either back up
Вот,
while
и
you're
нам его
attacking, or
нужно
he might even
добить
strike you, and that's
чуть-чуть.
bad. Ideally, the overhead swing is the better one. Getting shot is pretty bad because that will happen.
И после чего
But we'll
будет
see how this goes.
время?
Race to the finish here. We'll see if we get the good or bad ending. Hopefully, we'll get the good ending here.
Oh, this looks good. All right, so it's either 4 or 5 short hits. So this is 3. We're gonna hope for a 4 hit. Time
И...
will be when the cutscene ends, so don't end it yet.
Also, as you noticed, oh, there we go.
All right, hold on.
И время.
GG.
That was a good
Ой, как
run.
хорошо
Let's
затаймил.
see what the time
Почти
was.
идеально попал.
Is that good or bad ending?
Good ending.
Let's yeah. So Eileen survived. The run is optimized to such
Good.
a degree that Eileen actually makes it. And there is, if we have the time, there's a very crucial part of this game's story to determine what ending you get.
Одна
It's very
из
crucial.
концовок
Eileen has to decide whether she wants
Silent
to
Hill'а.
stay. Oh,
Silent Hill, конечно, серия игр славится тем, что там всякие различные концовки есть прикольные и не очень прикольные. Я вот не шарю за прикольные концовки в 4-й части. Есть ли они по типу инопланетных тарелок, которые есть, наверное, почти в каждой части?
Eileen? So this is little ghost Walter. Don't feel bad, he didn't exist. He's not real, he's just a ghost. And you also, fun fact, the GOG version of this uses a European
Вот
executable, so that's
парень
why even if you buy it in
стучится
America,
к
it'll say
маме.
mum and mummy, and there are some
И
of
чё-то,
Eileen's weapons that actually do change their terminology because they use
блин,
sort of
в глазах
a
потемнело у
UK,
него.
localized version. So just a little fun fact while we kind of mosey on here for the ending and we get ready for Five Nights at Freddy. Thank you all very much for getting that done as well. So here we go. After
А
all
он
this
не
time,
туда
one thing we never
стучится-то.
pointed out, this is a good thing to point
Квартира-то
out.
не
Henry
мамина, а наша.
never- he does not
И
have a
вообще она
stamina
открылась.
system like
Представляете?
Harry, Heather, or James.
Это-
If you
это
run too far,
краткий
they'll get
экскурс
tired.
по
Henry
концовке.
never did get tired at all while you're running until... Come on, Henry, I know you want to show it to us. Come on. We're waiting. Look at him. I mean, you can kind of see him. Oh, look, now he's hurt. After all of that, now he's hurt. Now he's got a little sore arm. So we're going to go to the hospital. He's going to go check on his neighbor, Eileen. And just so you know, it is very, very, very bad. It is not a good ending. If
Все-таки
Eileen
мы
wants to
решили на
stay
улицу выйти.
in South Ashfield Heights. This is totally, we have no idea what's going to go on here. We don't know. We don't know. So what's it going to be?
I don't think I want to stay there either.
You don't want to stay there either? All right,
No.
so we're going to be right here. The day after.
Not good for retirement.
See what's going
I was
on.
going to say that, but I didn't want to.
We're nearing
Seems like
the
a
end.
hostile environment.
We are nearing
Так.
the end. This is yeah, just a few
Что
moments left.
происходит?
These endings are not very long.
Кто-то знает?
So, and in Silent Hill 4, there's no joke ending. They didn't put a joke ending in this game. There's no UFO ending. There's no dog ending. There's no nothing. So we're getting there.
If you learned anything, the real joke is retirement.
Yeah. So
Excuse me, I worked very hard for this.
all right, here we go. The big answer. The big answer.
Well, I guess I can go back to.
Жесть, она жива.
Eileen, no, you don't want to do that.
No.
You don't. By the way, what was my final time on that?
103.38.
Сказал, что она вернется
All right, the
в
room is disgusting.
South
It's dirty.
Ashfield.
Look at that frying pan. You don't want to cook in that. I'm sick of this. I don't want to see this anymore. All right, what was our final time on this? Final time on this game was 53rd snap. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ну, конечно, да. Решение не из лучших.
I know people are ready to see Five Nights at Freddy's, so I'm gonna mosey on out of here. But I just want to say thank you very much, GDQ, for having me. It's been 5.5 years since I've ran a game here. I just persistently and stubbornly always submit Silent Hill 4. And I want to say thanks to GDQ for having me on one more
Вот
time.
такой
It
вот
is
ран
always an honor and a
получился.
privilege
Супер,
to come here from my sweatbox in Georgia to raise some money
супер
for charity, which
казуальный.
we've all done so well. And I want to say thank you again to Maxi Lobes, Egdisis, and KZ Fruit for being so wonderful and providing amazing commentary. And my amazing host, Reliever. Can you believe she's never hosted before? That's her first hosting gig. She did a great job as well, all right? All right, so with that being said, thank you very much.
Похлопаем
You'll hear me
раннеру.
at the host desk later this week.
Особенно
So
за
I've got a channel
костюм
for
его,
hosting
это
things one
просто
more time. Get
шикарно.
ready.
Я хочу такой же костюм.
Ready. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Это да. Great